Live, everyone. Going live, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the 86th edition of the Home Theater Hub. As usual, we got my partners in crime. Ike, what's going on, sir? How are you?
That was a lot of energy in that welcome, and I had to even adjust my headsets.
I'm still counting on my fingers. 80 what?
86.
86.
86, man. We're getting closer to that 100 mark.
That's
Yep.
crazy, man.
I know.
But I'm
Crazy.
doing good. Can't
That's
complain.
awesome. That's awesome. You even got your Home Theater Hub t-shirt on. I like that.
I know, right?
I had mine on last week. I'm
You had
doing,
yours on last week.
I'm
I gave
doing
mine
this.
away because there was all I have is the Nike one that we got, the golf shirt one.
Anyone know
So-
this
Wonder
Wharf?
Wharf.
Yeah. Anybody know where that's from?
Oh,
One of my favorite cartoons.
sounds familiar, but I can't remember.
Bob's Burgers.
Oh,
I didn't watch Bob's Burgers, so I didn't know.
Oh,
Didn't
it's a
know that.
good one, dude. You would like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's fun.
Speaking of watching, Paul, how are you? And what's up? What did you watch this week?
I only watched one movie this week. I've been super busy this week. I watched an older one that I've never seen. I heard it through people in the community and stuff. The Great Wall, the one with Matt Damon. I
Mhm.
watched that.
Okay, I think I remember that one. I may have
That's
seen that. I'm gonna have to
pretty
look that up here.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't say much about it without giving it away type of deal. I don't know what the description states on it.
2016.
Yep, that's the one. I watched that.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Way better than Minecraft for me. I talked to one of my buddies' kids who watched Minecraft, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I like that movie. It had so many little things that they knew about, or that he knew about, So it was, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like he liked it a lot better than I did for sure. It's like I said, there were some funny parts, but I didn't like that one. But The Great Wall, it was pretty good. It wasn't like a awesome movie, it was like, it was one of those regular old, like, okay, 6 out of 10. It had a lot of color. If you want to test your HDR and stuff like that right there, that's the movie. Right?
Oh really?
Yeah. Mhm.
For one that old, it pushed the limits, huh?
Oh, dude, man. Because, they were so contrasting because at certain parts of the movie, they had different, very specific monochromic, like blue, red, yellow. And then in one of the last scenes, there was like a stained glass, like, silhouette coming down, and man, I'm telling you, like, I'm watching it on a projector, but you could just tell, it was like, oh man, that would be so amazing on the OLED. That's what I was thinking. Like, dude, I bet you that would be popping right now.
I thought the Atmos was pretty good too.
Yeah, was it? See, I watch movies, and most of them I could do without. I don't even really notice. I mean, I know they're there, things are happening, but there's so much action, that it's just like, I'm not like, ooh.
Have you watched this one recently, Chuck?
No, it was a long time ago, but I remember it being a pretty good disc.
Anyways,
good.
other than that, yeah, just been working. Nothing really going on. Went to a pool party this weekend, and had a good time there. But anyway, so cheers. I'm emptying the fridge tonight. These are all the leftovers. So
Got the
this
O
is
A
a
N W.
old classic Leinenkugel. It's a shandy. If you don't know what a shandy is, lemonade beer, basically. It's like lemonade and
Nice.
beer. Yeah.
I like Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Now, this is a beer, more of a beer. Like
okay.
It's not a sweet drink at all. It's more of a beer, but it's a mellow, like all day type of drinker. But they put some shandy. They call it a shandy. They put a little lemonade in there to not make it so boring.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, Chuck, welcome to the show, sir. Thanks for joining us again. Appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. I was just gonna hop in for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. To be honest with you, it's probably going to be a little bit show. all of us are run down a little bit this week. It's been quite a week for all of us. So,
Yep.
so Ike, how about you? How was your week, sir?
It was good. Spent a lot of time testing out those Aperion audio speakers. Just
Ooh.
amazing. Yeah, finally got that room set up. Testing it out. It is amazing.
It's
Really,
amazing.
really amazing for on-wall speakers. Whew, yeah, yeah. They would
Yes,
have
and-
you. They would have you thinking twice.
Are we doing a theater tour for that, or are you
Maybe next week.
maybe next week? Okay.
Yeah, the whole place is just the best. Like I left everything there. I can't even walk in there because it's a small room. I have boxes and light stands and camera.
Are there some
gear
new
all
speakers
over
in
the
your
damn
future?
place.
Are there some new speakers in your future?
Man, for the simple fact that I would have to do 9 speakers or maybe now 6 speakers, I don't know because they're not cheap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not cheap speakers.
Okay,
But-
I didn't know the prices of them.
Oh yeah, but in terms of quality, heck yeah. I would, if a period said, "Oh, I'm gonna send you 9 of this," I will do all the work
Yeah.
this weekend.
Oh wow.
I'll-
That much of an upgrade, huh?
yeah, I'll do all the work this weekend, and
Wow.
I don't mind if they're on wall, in wall. I'll slap them on there, like stay there. But yeah, amazing.
What do they have, driver size wise, and all of that?
Let's see. I'm gonna have
3 drivers, 2 drivers.
They have 2 and 2 woofers, and let's see.
I'm trying to pull up Aperion.
Yeah, we have to
I
pull
don't
them
know
up.
much about them.
They've
Aperion
always
I know the
been
name.
They've always been direct sell, right? Because I've got a little, I think, like
They have a very mostly CI.
What
gotcha.
what's your model numbers? Do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's the T80S and in wall.
Let's see.
The T80S on wall, the Dual 8,
Share screen.
and the T80.
Custom install, maybe.
No, go to the Theatros line. So at the very top.
Say that again. Oh, Theatus. Okay. There we go.
Oh wow, those are
That's-
nice.
The T80s, you said?
The T80S. So go scroll down.
Ah, there
Those
we
are the on walls, and then I also have I believe it's the T80W, the in wall.
Those are nice looking.
Yeah, they look good.
94 dB sensitive, max SPL 122. 700 watt peak power. Nice. 3-way.
And those things weigh almost 40 pounds.
Wow. What size is that Air Motion tweeter? Does it say?
Yeah, you should have it somewhere there.
2-inch soft dome. So they're doing a 2-inch soft dome for the mid range. And the woofer are curved cone.
So yeah,
and then an Air Motion tweeter. Let's see.
yeah, that's the AMT.
103
and
dB Air Motion tweeter. Nice. Doesn't say the size of it, but
yeah. Well, yeah, I should hopefully have the videos of the setup ready this weekend. So
Very
they are really nice, and the in walls too.
so this is the LCR here, right?
Yeah, I use those. That's the LCR.
And then what are you using for the
If you scroll down,
Wow.
it's the T. No, scroll down. It's the in wall. Yeah, that one. I think it's the T80W Dual 8 in wall.
that's on wall? So
No. Scroll
Scroll
up.
back
You
up.
just passed it.
Yeah, it's the
The
third one.
third one. Stop there. The third
Oh,
one.
this one. Okay. In wall. Okay.
Dang.
So basically, looks like the same.
Yeah,
Same
just about the
picture.
same thing. You can even mount them on wall. Apparently.
30.
Yeah, same thing.
94 dB sensitive, so it's right there.
They're all the same.
700 watts peak power. Recommended power 350. Same thing. Too nice.
Yeah.
So what arrangement do you have these set up in? Do you have them set up in a 3 front and 2 sides, or 3 front and 2 rears? What's the orientation?
That was part of the challenge I had, remember? So I have 3 fronts and 2 rears for now. So I'm gonna have to work something out to get the 2 side surrounds, because I try to put them in wall, but because of the dimensions, it
Right.
didn't fit into my side surround. So right now they're 3 up front and 2 rear, which is not ideal, but I'll work something out and just have 2 side surrounds for now.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
near future, but they still sound really, really, really amazing, man. It is one heck of speaker.
Nice. Very nice.
Yep. And
So that's what you've been working on, and let's see
yeah,
what else.
and then I
What else
watched.
you got going on? You got something. 10 days ago you put out the Lumigen.
Yep.
Put out the Lumigen. I've been so busy. I apologize. I haven't got the chance. You can see I'm only halfway through it, so I haven't been able to watch a lot of YouTube or anything like that. But hey, man,
Yeah.
congratulations on. From what I did see, it was a very good video. So
Yep.
nice job on that.
Yeah, I watched that one. It's pretty good.
Yep. And yeah, and I did get to watch the Unholy Trinity. It's I guess it's a relatively new movie. It came out last year, but it got to the US this year. I think it's Samuel L. Jackson and what's his name? Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Western style movie.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it is. It has heavyweights on there, so it's good. It's good. No spoilers, because I think it just came out in the US last month.
Yeah.
It's good. Unholy Trinity.
I found it. I'm trying to get to it here. Let's see.
Not bad.
Let's see here. Screen share. There we go. So we got a Western crime movie.
It's a little cheesy and all that, but
Oh, Samuel. I like Samuel.
I think he's the hardest working actor there is. That guy's in everything.
Yeah,
yeah, I know, right?
for sure.
Yep.
So for me, I've been busy, but I was able to fit in my first demo. So I had somebody reach out to me, says, "Hey, I'm going to be in Boca," and that was Mr. Chuck here. So Mr. Chuck, he was in Boca picking up some stuff for his wife, and I guess you drove about 3 hours down here, Chuck?
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe 3.5.
3.5. Yep.
Damn.
So he was down here picking up something for her, and I said, "Hey, come on by. Let's check out the theater." So Chuck came by. I guess we spent maybe an hour and a half just doing some demos and going through some different settings on the Lindorf, going through different on the Lindorf. You can do, there's like different voicings, and one of them's like action and movie. And then you have a global setting to where it'll give more of even seat dispersion, and then you have like a main listening position that you can do too.
And a focus.
So, focused, more of a focused type of main listen. So we spent a lot of time demoing Civil War, because I'm telling you, that thing has that scene, I think it's like scene number 15 in that on the track, chapter 15. That particular scene just has everything. I mean, there's planes flying above, there's explosions, there's guns, and one thing that I like about that scene is it's kind of reminds me of The Quiet Place, because when the photographers are taking pictures, it goes dead silent. So it's like you see the photographer running across, getting shot at, and she's taking a picture, and then when that picture, it shows that picture,
It's like a freeze frame.
it's like a freeze frame, and it's dead silent, and then you get right back to the dynamics of the gunshots and the tanks and everything else. So we demoed that for quite a while, and then we demoed a maze. I didn't have a lot set up for demos, as far as on my because I had the Kaleidoscape Strato V hooked up, so I didn't have a lot of demo material set up. But yeah, man, it was. I was thanks for coming over, Chuck. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, I had a good time. Yeah,
So-
it was amazing.
So what were your thoughts? And I want you to be honest. So what do I need to work on? And what were your thoughts of the theater?
And it's a brand new room, man.
It looked amazing. It's actually very nice, and it's not even done yet.
Let's clarify. Don't judge him on any of his handiwork.
No, actually, everything looked good.
We know what you're capable of.
No, everything looked good.
Uh,
The bass was crazy. I mean, that thing was just thumping. I guess my criticism would be it wasn't calibrated yet,
Right.
so it was a little boomy just
Right.
because there was so much bass, And but I know that's just a matter of dialing it in, because you got, I don't know how many subs going there, like six or eight subs.
815s, yeah.
Yeah. So that thing was rocking in there. Everything was, you could definitely feel the tactile feel, and especially he's got the riser. So I was pretty amazed with all of it, And like you said, with that scene, the bullets ricocheting around, and it was really nice.
nice.
I
And
appreciate that.
actually can't wait till you dial it in,
Yeah. And the back, I was noticing, especially playing the Amaze, when the bass really started getting rumbling before the end. I was noticing the boominess of it myself. So Vince, the room is so the total room is 23 and a half deep by 16 wide, but I have a 2-foot false wall in the front, so that basically everything just goes through, but that's what the screen is on. So from screen to rear wall, the room is 21 and a half feet by 16 wide. And Chuck even mentioned to me, he said, man, I can't believe how big this look, compared to what we see, on when I do the stream and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now, plus I was thinking of my room. I was like, your room's not a whole lot bigger than mine, but yet it seemed a lot bigger than mine, And I know part of the reason is because of that door back there comes into the room.
Into the room, so you can
Yeah,
get
so
that
I'm losing like
light.
2 foot 3 inches, whereas if that was flat back, I would, I think the room would seem deeper, and that kind of, and then I got some built-ins and stuff like that that's coming out to the front of that. So instead of my room 20 feet deep, it feels more like 17.7,
Right.
So yeah. But,
Yeah. So I was hoping, I didn't mention this to you yet, but I was I'm going to Orlando for a business trip, and or I was, but it just got canceled the other day. So I was going to try to swing through Chuck's room. I know he's working on it, but I was just going to try to swing over there just to see. But now that our trip got canceled, I don't know that I'm going to be able to. We're going to go up there for Disney. Go up to Disney for my
room,
son's birthday.
everything disconnected in my room. I don't have
Yeah.
anything, no sound.
Yeah, I just wanted to come by, check you out, man.
Yeah.
That's all. So, but yeah. So as far as the voicing and stuff like that, I don't have any treatments on the wall or anything yet. What did you think about that?
That's what I was kind of saying. Like everything sounded great, but I could tell once you get some treatment and dial everything in, I think it'll be more precise. More.
Right.
It won't be as jumbled. Because even though that scene we watched, there was a lot going on.
Mhm.
There's shooting, like you said, there's a lot going on. And I think once you dial it in, that it gets a more focus kind of, and it's funny to say, but it may get louder, but yet, I can't even think of the word. It won't seem as loud.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah, because it won't be bouncing around so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still got a lot of work to do as far as, setting up the the fusion and the absorption around the room. I pretty much have the blocking done except for the angle portions that I'm going to be fitting LEDs between. Just haven't had a lot, like I said, just haven't had a lot of time to do that these past couple of weeks. It's just been so tough. And then my son's birthday's this weekend. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to it. Benny says he's in Orlando. Man, open invitation. I'd love to go. I'd love to see Benny's theater. If you guys haven't seen his theater tour on our channel, make sure you go back and check that out. He's got an awesome theater tour. And actually, I just subscribed to Benny's channel on YouTube
I saw
too.
it yesterday. I was like, oh, Benny.
Yeah. Benny made a channel and man,
thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, the guy does, he's a professional photographer and videographer. So, I mean, just fantastic. What are they? Montage of pictures and stuff that he put together for his first video. Did an excellent
What's his
job.
channel called?
I think it's his name. Just Benny. Benny. I'd have to go here
Benny
and find out.
Siebert?
Let me see.
Yeah.
I believe so. Type the name of your channel in the chat, Benny.
I'll put a link.
And Benny, you're always welcome to come on the channel again, man. So
Oh,
So yeah, I got to do my first demo. I know and I told Chuck before. Look, it's not calibrated. It's not, it's not dialed in. It's not ready yet. But come on over and take a look at it.
Another 3 years. To do that.
I got to get.
He's got to build it, and then he can calibrate it.
I got to get Paul on the line to help me with that.
Oh,
So,
dude.
I just subscribed to him.
there we go. So, but yeah, so I did that, and then I don't know. The other night I couldn't. Well, we had a movie night with the family. My wife was off work on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday. So we had a little movie night, and I wound up watching another fantastic Atmos. Let's just call it another banger, is what I watched.
That's what he's calling it.
Gran Turismo.
It was pretty good. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, I
But
thought
it
that the
wasn't
Atmos was great. The I felt like I was immersed driving in the car. I mean, when the guy was changing gears, and those subs, they were just hitting, man. It was like, boom, and I'm like getting shook in my chair and everything else like that. So yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was feeling it. I was in the race. I was like, come on. Let's, I felt like I was Rocky,
Those subs are hitting, boy. They're hitting up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
so I enjoyed watching that a lot with the family. I thought it was a decent movie, So definitely something that I would recommend to someone. And then the next night, I decided to partake in a movie on my own. And
You don't need to tell us about those, bro. We're totally fine without knowing anything about those.
So I popped on the 3D glasses to make it look bigger.
Oh. Some things you don't want in 4K, let alone 3D. Like, oh god, oh.
But yeah,
Oh shit!
so I decided to watch Dune.
Oh, I didn't even know that was in 3D.
Yes,
Dude in 3D.
I imported this. So yeah,
nice.
so
Oh, you finally did that stuff.
no, I didn't mux it. This is Dune in 3D. I watched it in the on the the Blu-ray version, but it's 3D. I believe it was in Master DTS.
Hmm. Yeah.
So look, this movie here, I turned it on at like 10 o'clock at night. And normally I can watch a movie, right? I can watch a movie probably around -20 and my mother-in-law can't hear it. But this movie here, dude, I had to stop. I turned the bass all the way down to -20, the trim level all the way down to -20. Then I turned up the center channel because I had to turn it down so low. I was at like -40 just to try to contain the bass. And I was like, the picture with the Lumigen, just unbelievable. It was like I was in the freaking sand dunes with these people, and I had to stop it. It was just too much bass going on that late at night. So I'm gonna have to. I watched about a quarter of it, and I was like, man, I want to finish this thing. So I want to open the system up and really see what it's gonna do, because I know that this is one of the reference movies.
This is the first one?
Yeah, this is the first portion, yeah. So yeah, so I mean I'm telling you the video on this, and that's one thing we didn't demo, Chuck, that I forgot to do with you is demo some of the 3D with you. You know, and the Lumigen, I'm telling you, the Lumigen is making it look like 4K 3D.
That is crazy. Funny enough, I haven't tried mine with the Lumigen. I need to do that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's making it look 4K 3D. It's unbelievable. So I'm really enjoying that. But yeah, so that's what I've done this week. I didn't do much work on the theater, unfortunately. But hey, I'm enjoying movies. Thankful that Chuck came over to do a little demo with us. You know, so
yeah, it's been a busy weekend for me too. Because that was Friday, which took all day, you know, with the long drive and everything.
Right.
Then Saturday I went to do some work at my daughter's house. And Sunday I was out on the boat all day. Oh. So I didn't get to work in my room much this weekend at all. I thought I was going to get a lot done, and nope.
No, nothing done either, huh?
Well, I got some stuff done, but I'm working on my front wall, so I got that all torn down. I got my where my speakers, those plywood is going to be where my left, center, and which way? Nice. And my right. So those are angled, and those brackets are what the speakers hang on.
Okay.
And from wood to insulation, that's all window.
So it's like a French cleat that they hang on? Okay.
And because those are 3 windows, I had to build something. Otherwise, they're hanging in the middle of the window.
Right.
You know? And this here brown, that's the dividing of the windows.
Okay.
So insulation to insulation is window. Insulation to the edge of the wood is window, you know. So you can see the wall on each side of the windows.
So is the screen going to just sit inside?
Yeah. You see how I got that 2x4 frame?
Yep.
It's gonna sit right against that.
Okay. So not on the drywall, but inside in the 2x4.
So you got the masking frame, right, Chuck? Is there motors and stuff that sit behind that? How does is it like already built into the screen itself?
Yeah, this little plug right here is where the control box is.
Okay.
And the wire just hangs right in between It just hangs down because it's attached to the back of the screen, and that's the remote. That box right there is a little a box that you just screw there, and you don't even have to aim it at that, but that's the controller. That's the power for the masking.
Okay, very good.
So that wire from the back of the screen, it ties right into that little box. Actually, I think I got it right here. Let me see.
The silences.
Yeah, so this is
Okay, so that's the controller box.
you can see the up
Okay,
and
yeah,
down.
the up and down arrows. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can manually go over there and press a button, or like I said, the remote, you just press that.
Okay.
It has presets and stuff like that too, right? Like
It's set right now to 16:9, but the remote, you could just stop and start it any way you want. So if it's different, you just press the button, and when it gets to the size, you just stop it.
But can you program it to stop at a certain point? Do you know?
I think you have to do that through like Kaleidoscape or
Okay.
Lumigen. You have to get your Lumigen on there.
Yeah, you got to do it through something.
That's gonna be our next upgrade, Chuck.
Yeah.
Get your Lumigen, man.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Lumigen, or what's the other one called?
The Mad VR.
Mad
Mad
VR.
VR.
And
What did you think? What did you think of the picture, Chuck? I mean, I know we kind of watched during the
picture was
the day.
Great. Yeah. No, the picture was great. We even had light in that room.
Right.
Sometimes, like it wasn't, but I thought the picture was fantastic.
Okay. Interestingly, I thought that was one of the noticeable difference was I could enjoy the pictures with some type of light on.
Yeah.
That was something I really couldn't do much when I had just the JVC without the processing from the Lumigen.
Yeah, he had some little blackout shade. We shook that right off the wall.
Well, that's
when
because
the light came in, but it was still, you can still see it,
Yeah, I've been taking it on and off. It's just it's like a pleated piece of paper, basically, is what it is. But it's the size of a 5-foot window, and literally it has one. You peel the one side off so that it sticks. But I've taken it on and off so many times that the stickiness has worn away. But yeah,
we do like a couple things of Velcro.
So I mean, eventually they're going to disappear, right? So
okay, gotcha.
they're not going to be
Home
there.
Depot, that's temporary kind of.
Yeah, they were $6 a piece, man. But they do a hell of a job of keeping the room blackout during the day. For $6, I mean, it's just I can go buy a new one if I want to, So, but yeah, no, So I'm telling you that Lumigen was doing wonders, man, and it does a phenomenal job with 3D, and I'm actually popping the 3D discs in my what is that player? The Panasonic UB9000. So I'm just popping the discs in those, even though I have them burnt to the Arvolution, but I haven't hooked the Arvolution up yet. So I still need to get my NAS and all that stuff. So to where I move that over. But yeah, man, I'm impressed with it. I would say that, if you're looking for Chuck, if you're looking for your next upgrade, that would probably be the way that I know I haven't seen your theater, but that would you already got the Kaleidoscape, you already got the automatic masking, you upgraded your speakers now, you got the AV 10, right? So you got I think that would be the next step, if you're like the video, the video portion of everything. So
yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that and I do have to get me some type of remote system,
Yeah.
I just haven't made up my mind on that.
Yeah, I need to. That I think that's been on my mind lately, man. Just trying to. I still like my Harmony, but I'm thinking it might be time for some upgrade.
Yeah. So I just want it for the simplicity of my wife to be able to use it, because she even made mention to me. She said, because my wife will just go in there and sit because it's quiet, you know. She'll just go in there and sit and do whatever, watch her look at, you know, her Instagram or whatever. But she asked me the other day, she's like, so if I wanted to work this, how difficult is it? I said, honestly, it's really not that bad, but you know, I just want her to be able to press a button that says watch Kaleidoscape, watch
Right.
Arvolution, watch, you know, and boom, it'll be watch Apple TV, and then that way, and that's what the Control 4 will do.
My
So
wife asked me the same thing. You know, she's like, "When you gonna make this so that I can watch it? What if you're
Right.
not here?"
yeah,
You know?
exactly. So Vincent, I have the control. I have Control 4. Just haven't, you know, got my guy's been telling me to hook everything up, and he'll get it programmed, but I just haven't messed with it yet. I mean, I can go in. I have a IR repeater. I go in. I turn the projector on. Aim the remote at the projector. Turn on the Lumigen, and then I literally control Kaleidoscape with my phone, and I control the Lindorf with my phone. So I don't, you know, I don't do anything else, you know. So it's kind of almost automated to me, you know what I mean? Because I'm controlling it with my phone here. Um, I choose the movie through the Kaleidoscape app. There's a remote. There's actually a remote app on for the Kaleidoscape app. There's actually a remote portion that you go to, and you can swipe left and right and choose whatever on that also. So
What are the big three? Control 4,
Creston and Savant.
not URC then.
I mean, they used to be pretty big,
Yeah.
but I think Crestron and Savant have surpassed them.
Crestron. And out of those three, you would just do Control 4?
You know, I'm not familiar with the other two. I have heard some bad things about one of the two. I won't mention the name because I've never experienced it, but I do know that Crestron's expensive. It's more expensive than Control 4.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, so I you know, the Control 4 for me, I think it's, from what I looked at, I think it's the most affordable to get
I thought it was the
get
most
it done what
expensive.
I wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Mine would be simple because I don't have a lot of lighting, and
Right.
I got a few you know, it's just a matter of turn on, turn off my
Right.
receiver, and like you
Just
said,
put the sequence in. Yep.
yeah, Apple TV.
I mean, hey, and even Rich says it. Maybe the unfolded circle might be something for you.
Yeah, that I'm waiting for additional reviews. I still haven't gotten one, but I'm trying to see too. It's starting to trickle out there. You know, seen a few people that have it.
That's why I've held off so long, because I keep hearing about these other remotes, Sofa Baton, the one you just mentioned, but you hear them when they first come out, and then it goes, like all the hoopla dies down. Then there's a version 2, then a version 3, but yet I don't see it sticking where somebody says, "Oh yeah, you got to get it now." I've yet to hear that.
I've had the Sofa Baton since last year with zero. It's still in the box, still sealed. Not even
any remote that's just a remote is a great tool, but you got to keep in mind it's not an integrated automation. It is basically can be thrown off by I wasn't aiming right, so it missed a step, because a lot of things are IR versus when you get a control system, a lot of the things are RS-232 connected, so there's no way you're going to miss a sequence, and that's what makes an integrated system much better. It's either going over IP, or it's directly connected, or the control system itself has IR signal things that are, it knows the IR signal. It may be sending it, via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to its device, but it's smart enough to translate it to IR directly to the sensor, because you got a little, sensor directly in front of it, right? So that's the difference between like a remote that you can program with everything, right? Because yeah, those work great, but that's a tinkerer's or a small room. Hey, everything's right here. Never hit the button and then pull it back. You're like, boop. Okay, let me wait the 4 seconds. Okay, yeah, it'll work perfect every time, right?
Yeah.
But Logitech, the Harmony was kind of a mix a little bit. It was still what I just mentioned, but it had like some things that you could get closer to the devices as well. That's what made the Harmony so amazing. It was it's the entry level to these control systems, but it's not like $1 million and you have to program and learn all the little sequences you want to do. Which,
See, I want
for
something
nerds,
that I don't
is
have
great.
to aim at the devices.
Yeah, that you're looking at.
Now, what Benny is saying here just sounds really discouraging, man. So you still got to set up Home Assistant to get the best out of Unfolded Circle? Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez,
and that's just
jeez
it. A lot of these
Louise.
things, they will program the APIs or the backends to work with a known brand, so they can collaborate, aka pay each other. Like, hey, here's my pocket. Oh, here's your pocket. Boom. And it's business.
Big Jack said for $1,000 with one room, you can probably get into the Control 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not bad for 1,000.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. One room, it shouldn't be too bad. You probably only need I think it's the 3 series of that controller for Control 4. Yeah, I mean, and if you're not doing a ton of programming and stuff it's not like you're going to be swapping a whole lot of stuff out. Another thing that you could try is that one that just play around with. It's the Roomy remote. You download it on your iPad.
To me, and me, I'm a
But that one it's not wife
penny
friendly,
saver.
Right.
Chuck, Control 4 all day long.
Right.
Now,
So just
because of the auto masking feature through your devices, like you can literally say, Kaleidoscape, watch this movie. It's smart enough. It'll say, "Oh, done." You don't even have to hit a button. Yeah, except, hey, watch this movie.
So it's 2K,
That's
Benny.
what's nice about that.
Yeah. So literally, how
true.
how the tiles pop up on Kaleidoscape, right? Same thing on the remote. I have this Neo remote here, and somebody said they have the Halo, which is a newer remote, but it's got like the LED screen right here, and it will actually pop up the movies right here also.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So you can see what the movie is here, along with on the screen when you're selecting them.
Here's the problem that I have with some of those devices, right? It has to be better than my iPhone. Because most of the time you can control all your stuff from your iPhone.
Right.
So that's where, and it sucks. Well, but at the same time, an iPhone, what's a cheap iPhone? $500, and you have to.
I ain't giving up that 810 no time soon.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's like people are like, "Oh, $1,000, that's so expensive." It's like, okay, well, yeah, sure, you could buy a $200 remote and then spend the next 3 weeks programming.
You just make that sound really bad.
And that's not Chuck. That's not a Chuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He would be paying me anyway.
That just sounded traumatizing. Like,
damn it, Chuck, you didn't tell me about this. You wanted this? That's another like 5 hours, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, it's just like you talked about, Paul, you could go and build your own NAS, but by the time you did everything, it's like, is it worth it, or do you just buy it? Do you just buy one, right? So same thing with me. I'm not the most tech savvy person. I could probably sit around and figure out a Raspberry Pi and and Home Assistant and everything else, but I don't want to put that kind of time into it. I don't have that kind of time. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have 20 hours to put into it. I just want to turn the shit on
20.
and turn
You're
the
looking
shit
at
on and
200 or
yeah,
more like that to do
exactly.
minimum for automation. So it is expensive, and like, was it Vincent that said it? I'm the same way. I hate systems where they're closed. Like, oh, I bought this. It's cool. It's super convenient, right? But then it's like, oh, but if I want to change something, I gotta pay another
Yeah, I gotta call
$300
Steven
or
to come do
$400 or
something.
$500 just to
The
add
good
one
thing
more
about Control 4
device.
is they've made it to
Like-
where you can do light programming yourself now.
Oh, see that? See
Do we
that?
look like people that would do light programming though?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
you guys. Me, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, Don might do it, but you know,
Chuck's not doing it. Chuck's calling his
I'm not
guy
doing
up and saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
make the volume button go up 4 clicks when I turn this thing on."
Yeah. Mhm.
I will find a friend though.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey man, just you know, we know who hangs drywall. Don hangs the drywall.
I don't finish it though. Neither way. All right, let's say hi to the people in the chat. We haven't done that yet. The Crow was in here a little bit earlier. I don't know if he's still here. Johnny, appreciate you joining us.
I always forget to turn on that chat.
Michael Squires
Chat comment.
in here. Blackjack in here. Derek Hall.
I know
Taylor.
we need to show it on the window. I don't care if it covers up my
It's going to
face.
cover your face up.
I don't give a shit about that. As long as I'm in, I don't care, man. Dude, look. I can lean
Vincent,
this way, like,
Vincent in the house. Rich in the house too. Thank you, Benny. By the way, again, Benny, go
And
check out Benny's channel.
I can
we-
poke
we
at
to
the
put a link
chats.
in
I'd be
here.
like, oh, look at this one.
Let's
It's
see.
it's only
Derek
down
Hall,
here.
Sky Lake back in the house. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Anybody else here? Any questions that I might have missed too?
Chris B is in there.
Derek Hall, Chris. Yeah, thank you guys. Definitely thank you guys for joining us this evening. So Ike, what's your decision, man? Are you making it out to the Audio Advice Live?
No, I'm just gonna save that for CDM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fred in the house too. So yeah, look, I'm in the same boat as you. My wife, I wanted to go. I really do wanted to go. I really wanted to go, but my wife is working that weekend. So somebody's got to take care of the kid, and I'm sure Audio Advice don't want my kid running around the place singing "It's Raining Tacos." So.
It's definitely your son. It's raining tacos. I have not heard of that one.
Yeah.
Is that a show or something?
No, it's a little thing that they it's like on YouTube.
Oh,
There's a bunch of versions of it. So, but yeah, no. So
kind of like the Adventure Time making bacon pancakes.
yeah, pretty much.
That one.
Yeah.
Making bacon pancakes. That's what I'm gonna make.
So last thing I need to do is pay for one $400,000 speaker that he knocks over
Ooh,
while I'm there. Yeah. So
yeah,
but
and you
yeah.
just say, "Hey, you had insurance, right?"
So yeah, I'll turn the comments back off because I don't want. I'd rather look at Paul than the comments
come
over
on,
top
man.
of him. Unless you want me to
that's so
block
sweet.
his face.
That's so sweet.
But yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna hide behind the comments.
Yeah, I thought about the same thing too because I really wanted to go. But let's take a look and see. For those of you that are going, let's take a look and see what Audio Advice has got going on. So August 1st through the 3rd, there'll be a nice large get together up in Raleigh at the Sheridan Hotel.
Mm.
So and I've heard great things about this show. Michael has been there. You went one other time, didn't you, Ike?
Yeah, I've been there 2 years ago. I think.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a pretty good show from what I understand, right?
It is. It is really good. Geared towards a lot of high end 2 channels. Now they do have amazing home theater setups too. So it's a really fun, fun event. Just if you're really about the gear and just, demos and meeting people, yeah, you'll enjoy
So I
it.
mean, look, not bad. 3 days for
Yes,
3-day pass for
really cheap,
$45. I mean,
really cheap.
that's $15 a day for entertainment. That's cheaper than a movie ticket right these days, right? So speaking of movie tickets, did anybody see the new Superman?
I haven't seen it yet.
I've heard it was really good.
No spoilers. I don't
No,
know.
I just heard it was really good. I didn't see it yet.
Isn't it a remake of the original, and it's supposed to be more to the originals? I have all the originals.
Yeah, I just heard it was good. I don't know
Okay.
what it's
I
about.
heard the timing. What do you say? The time is a different period, so
Okay.
it's more geared towards today's time as opposed to in the original. That
Yeah. It was early 80s, late or 70s, late 70s. I forget.
Yeah, so
hopeful.
I think it's a little different in that way.
Sound off in the chat. Any of you guys go see the new Superman? And then I think there's
Fred
another.
said it was all right. His girlfriend that night must have stood him up because I think he judges movies on how good the date was.
Actually, I think it's based off of him being here about 3 years or so. It's not like
Okay. That's different.
Yeah. So, what was the other movie that just came out too? The F1. I'm wondering how that is too because I wanted to go see that in the theater.
Oh,
also.
okay. Now, Fred, let's hear how Fred likes F1 because he's into racing, so he might forego the date. So
he saw Fantastic Four as well.
Yeah,
said it was
I think
okay.
that just came out too. Yeah, Fantastic Four just came out. So Skylight says F1 was tight. So yeah. So yeah, I just thought of that. We talked about I don't know how we got on that.
I'll be buying both of those movies, the F1 and the Superman one.
Superman, yeah.
I heard F1 was good.
So, Fred is always busting my balls, man. Drywall is more interesting. Watching it dry is even for 3 years is even more interesting.
Hey, someone told Don you can never over drywall.
So all right, let's take a look at some of the brands that are going to be at Audio Advice Live. So it looks like we got some of your typical heavy hitters. I'd be interested in Dolly for sure. Listening to some Dolly. Golden Ear is always a great experience. Let's see. Oh, they got some acoustics in there. ISO acoustics. Nice. JBL synthesis. There we go. I'd be interested in that one too.
The Devalites, or I don't know exactly how you pronounce it.
Lindorf, all these brands. Now the question is, out of all of these, wait.
Look, Magnetar is gonna be there.
What is that? Michael? What are we calling that one? I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Michelle, I don't know what that one is either.
That's what I want to know. Like, which of these? I'm not really familiar with Rega.
Ruark.
And they're probably more known, you know what I mean, than a lot of the other ones. But it's like, which ones on there do you not know? You know what I mean?
Anymore, yeah.
Like,
all the ones I can't pronounce, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sonus Faber always sets up a fantastic room, man.
But there's so many of there. Yeah, it's like, man, you get into it and you just know the
Mofi is also gonna be
Mark
there.
Levinson. That's a fancy one.
It's premium.
Yeah, that's real fancy.
There we go. Yeah. So Mad VR will be there. Lindorf will be there too. Nice.
Look, Clips is going to be there for the everyday people like us.
Clips, there we go.
man, Clips
Yeah,
has
it
some
looks-
high end stuff.
Looks
too.
like they ever solo.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
interested in one of those. I want. I either want an ever solo or I want one of these NADs. The
Whenever you
the-
get your
the
QNAP, you can do the thing that Chuck you have.
Blue Sound.
So
Mhm.
Yeah, Blue Sound right here.
Yeah, every day I put an NAD device in my Crutchfield shopping cart. I just can't get myself to check it to check out and pay for it. But I've always put in one, hopefully someday. But I just can't hit checkout then. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
do I really love music that much? I don't know.
yeah, I think about it too sometimes because everybody talks about the Hi-Fi Rose and the other one, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I got the Blue Sound Node. I'm not one of those audiophile guys, so I do listen to music, but I don't say it's critical listening. I just turn it on because I want to hear some music, and
Mhm.
it's good enough.
That's what I do. Same with movies. I'm not critically listening or watching movies if it's not a distraction, and like I learned my lesson on the bulb hours. After a while, yeah, it was getting distracting because like dark scenes, I was like, man, what the heck? I can't see dark scenes. And then I would compensate for that. And then it's like, oh man, they're washed out. What the heck? And I'd try to adjust for that. And then I was like, what the hell's going on? I don't remember. And then, it's like, yeah, if you change your bulb more than once every 4 years, yeah, you get you get a lot better contrast overall. And I was like, oh, okay. Ever since I changed that, it's like, yeah, I don't need the best black levels. I don't need the best, highlights and I don't need it to blind me. I just want to have a good experience and let it, be fun. Not just, hey, I'm watching on my iPhone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to find like how many rooms and stuff they're gonna have here. Like
did you click on more? Like whenever you looked at the brands and then many more, I think it might have shown in there. Whatever you wrote.
No, but he means how many setups, like rooms.
yeah, like if
Yeah,
they're
if
gonna
you
have.
scroll all the way to the bottom, it said and many more.
Let's see.
Yeah,
That's
click
just
on
going to
it.
tell
Is
you the
there a-
brands.
Click on
Oh,
nothing.
it doesn't. There's not a link there.
Yeah, it doesn't show me like
I was just curious.
Doesn't show you like a layout
like a
or
layout. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Schedule
down the
might
bottom
have
down
it.
there.
That schedule down
I
there.
thought they used to have that.
Yeah, I know because I was interested to see how many actual theater rooms they're gonna have. Exhibits,
Exhibit
spaces.
spaces,
There we
right
go.
there.
Let's see that.
Yeah, listening rooms.
We did get a
So-
question about a subwoofer her earlier. Did we answer? I don't think we answered that.
No, did you start?
Yeah, I think I did. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find where the damn star was.
Oh, with the flat this one?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Venue and accommodations, maybe. Let's see. No.
no.
So what do you guys think about that? Like that setup right there. Now he had 8 of them, but that's what Jonathan has. Like he had 8 of those.
Of the flatbacks, the Daytons, or the Behringers?
He had the Behringer and he had the he might have had a different subwoofer, but now he's got the whatever the 18s, whatever they are, the Dayton.
Look, I've experienced Jonathan's room. I didn't experience it with the UM18s, the second versions that are out. But
he had the first versions and he had the Behringer amps.
Correct. Yeah,
and he had 8 of them though. And yeah, that room.
At no time did I feel any need for any more bass.
There wasn't like there's just not as much bass. No,
right? No.
It's enough bass that if you're watching a demo, like it's funny to watch Unbroken. And you watch him flying the planes for people that's never seen that demo, it'll make people jump. Like it like in his theater, it is one of those where he has it tuned to where it's excessively aggressive bass for demos, but it will make people jump out of their seats. It's and you can see it. That's what's fun about. Like, I like watching that demo in people's systems that have a lot of bass, because you can just look around and like, oh, if they don't know the demo, they're gonna jump, because it's whenever you're watching something and there's like a bomb that goes off out of nowhere, and it's in your face too. You're like, oh wow, since it's so tactile, it makes you feel like you're like, oh crap, like your brain just does that. Now, if you've already seen the movie, you know the demo and whatever, it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, here it comes, boom, and you're like, but here's the thing about that question. Here's the thing about that question. If you can find just as affordable subwoofers, if the problem with doing a flat pack is you have labor and you have the possibility of mistakes, you have to account for that, and tools. If you already have the tools and you're competent in your woodworking and your finishing work, yes, that's where you can absolutely save money. It's worth it all day, every day to go DIY.
Yeah.
But
and you definitely get the bang for your buck out of those.
Otherwise, if you're like, hey, I'm new, I want to try this, it's like, dude, just go with like shoes or shoe subs or something like that. Even their 15s or their new, as far as like a best bang for the buck for affordability, or the Starks, or any of the direct to consumer, because you're not really saving that much money. You're saving at most $400 a pop per subwoofer, but you don't have any warranty. You don't have, sure, you go buy a brand new Behringer, you got warranty on your Behringer. You're going to have to deal with that yourself. You have a box. There's not really warranty on a box.
Right.
But do you really need it if you're, again, that's one of those things. Well, for someone that like Chuck, woodworker, whatever, okay, I could CNC and re-mill the thing from scratch and better than the friggin', factory that's sending it to me if it comes fucked up, But someone like me that's kind of, like, I can do it, but I know how much time it takes. I'm not an expert like Chuck. So it's like, the time and the expectations. But I will be doing that exact same thing with 8 of them as well. But a lot of it's because I just want to have fun. I want to do that, put it on my Brews and Views channels once I actually start making videos more than once every 2 months. I got so much going on. I need to dedicate some time to videos and doing stuff, but more for fun, right? And more for learning, because that's what you're doing. Yeah, you're going to save money, but every dollar you save with DIY, you're spending twice as much time. And if you have the time to spare, then hell yeah, you're saving money. They're always and forever. And don't think that they're not as capable and as good, because Jonathan's theater, where he had he had 8 of them, just as powerful as the friggin' 50-inch.
But you got to take into account he's got a big room too.
Yeah,
I mean
he has a big room, and that
I think his theater room is more than 30 feet deep. And I think it's probably close to 18 or 22 wide, somewhere around there. It's a big space.
And that's the only reason I want to go with that, because with mine being in the entertainment space, I'm one of a million people that actually need that. Whenever I do the themed super cheap room, where I'm gonna do like all the not like Spark, not like Walmart super cheap, but like decent speakers, nothing that measures awesome on the clip or anything, and system powered receiver, no external amps, and a big like OLED or as big as I can get. Like that'll probably be the most expensive thing. I want to do just where my 3D printer is. I want to do a ultra cheap theater room in there, right? And I want that to be like my OLED TV room, and I want to do just like a 5.1.2 system in that room, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use the 4 friggin' SB1000s, and I
Right.
guarantee you that will crush.
Oh
that.
yeah.
You know, just those. And those are SB 1000s, but
Yeah.
it will be more than enough for a 14 by, 12 room.
So just to reiterate about those speakers, I'm buying. I've been checking on Parts Express for like the past 3 months, and I'm trying to buy the 10-inch versions of those, but they've been sold out. So they've been, and I think the 18s are sold out too. Well, maybe the 18s might not be, but the 22s. Let's take a look real quick because let's see, Parts Express. Ultra Max. Let's see. Dayton Ultra Max. Share screen.
Anyways, so there's you can get other speakers, and they're just as capable and stuff like that, and you got to look at it
back ordered.
Yeah, that's insane, yeah.
Everything's back ordered.
Now that's
the
on
18s, the
Parts
22s.
Express though, right?
Yeah.
You go to Dayton Audio, you can get them.
That's because Big Jack bought all of them, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, he probably did. But so Benny had a question for Chuck.
Chuck, yeah, I started that one. Go ahead, pull that one up.
What was his question? Is that a CMOS screen with masking? Yes, it's the I originally bought the white, it wasn't an AT screen, and now that I'm putting my speakers behind the screen, I just called them up, and I just had to buy the fabric, which is the XD, and it wasn't too bad. A couple of hundred, about four maybe $500.
Oh,
all right. Did you get the black backing too, Chuck?
No, I didn't. I got some black backing, so I didn't buy the extra backing.
Okay.
You already have the existing black backing.
Well, I just got some fabric.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's all you really need.
Yeah. And so I'm just going to drape some fabric.
Well, it needs to be acoustically transferred, so not just any black fabric.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I do know that.
Yeah.
And a lot of fabric is acoustic. You just can't get that thick velvet with
you
a
can
line
put them
in.
behind your speakers. Yeah, you don't have to,
Yeah, I could put the velvet behind my speakers, but I want I put some insulation back there because this I don't know who I asked, but they was like, I don't have to worry about attenuation and stuff like that. But I thought, well, some insulation is going to help a little bit.
Gotcha.
And because there's windows, there's a space, even though I got that insulation on the wall, there's still space back there. Like if it goes through the fabric, it's not like the wall is right there. So I got space where when it tries to come back, it's got to go through the insulation again, but
Gotcha.
But I probably could put velvet behind the speakers.
Yeah, behind the speakers, yes. But I definitely wouldn't put it on the on the back side of the screen because, like they say, it does need to be
acoustically
trans.
Yeah.
Just turn it up loud.
I'll look up on their website and see how much that fabric costs.
Am I not looking at the right thing? Loudspeaker components.
Yeah, I think when you pay for it,
that's it.
No, you have to select it. It's not expensive though.
Go by type. Yeah. Now scroll to subwoofers. There you go. Now scroll to your UMX or whatever. It's on page 2, I guess.
That's a lot of woofer options.
There's the
Man.
UM210s, the UM1822. Oh, that's it. The ones on the right are that's the 8-inch. There's the 18s. Yep, right there. Yep. See, and now you can hit and your 10s were in there too. If you go back.
Let me see if I can buy now. See if it gives me an option. See, it takes you to Parts Express when you're on the Dayton Audio.
Well, buy on Amazon.
You buy it on Amazon. It might be $50 more.
People that buy a bunch of them ahead of time.
Yeah. So
anyway, there's
yeah. I mean, we can look at the spec sheet too, real quick, since we were. So I know that Jonathan was mentioning, the 1s versus the 2s, that he thought that the 2s did some things better than the 1s, but the 1s did other things better than the 2s. I can't remember exactly what it was that he was talking about before, but yeah. So I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these. You're pushing that 90 dB. I know they go way lower than that too.
Man, that liner at SEMA Screens is $20 a linear foot.
The hell is a linear foot, man?
I guess my
screen. But how wide is it though? If it's already the width of the screen.
They got a couple of widths. The one I'm looking at is 98 inches. So I'm thinking it's 98 inches tall. And then my screen probably is 11 foot across.
Right.
So that would be 20 times 11. What is that? 220.
$220. It's not terrible. I thought when I priced it out, it was around $300-400, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a 63-inch height, and then it goes to a 98-inch height. And I think mine is 78, so I would have to get the 98.
Right. Yeah, so SPL 90 dB sensitive.
Yeah, you got to just put that in WinISD or the program to really understand it, and then that's a whole nother rabbit hole you go down, and because I think these are pretty, and I could be wrong about this, pretty accurate as far as their technical specs.
Right.
And that's the problem. No matter what you're buying or purchasing, numbers sell when it comes to just this human psychology, right? Bigger is better. Ask any woman. But the thing is, it's like people will stretch their figure to make them bigger, right? So in like some specific scenario, so you're only as good as the data is truthful, which is tough whenever, in a marketing world, and it's not even necessarily their fault. This is a consumer fault, right? We're like, oh, what's better, this or that? It's like, this has a bigger number. It might not even make a difference, but you're gonna, I can't decide. Oh, this is 100 watts. This is 115 watts. Okay, everything else is the same. Okay, 115 watts. 115 watts may be like at 1 kilohertz only, but in reality, they're both 110 watts for the full frequency band, right? But, you didn't read the asterisks. So, and all I'm saying is, like, that's the only way whenever you're DIYing is you have to talk to people. These are great friggin' speakers, and they don't sell the Ultimax ones anymore. Like, you can't even buy them. I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of, unless you can buy used ones.
So I was looking at these two. Let me share this again.
But
because these ones were in stock. The High Excursion. So I was looking at those.
You share your screen?
Did I not share it?
He
What
just
does
unchecked.
Skylight mean by pro
Sorry.
cinema for Chuck?
I missed it. Pro
It's like the
cinema.
last. It's like the last comment. He just added it.
Oh no.
I think he was probably referring to the screen.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
yeah. I got the XD.
Yeah, so these are high excursion. They didn't seem to have the same output as the even though they were high excursion, they didn't have the same output as the Ultramax 2s when I checked them.
And they're cheap, man. Not bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
So, are you looking for more
For near,
subs?
just for near field.
Oh, for near. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got those
To go
10-inch.
behind.
Yeah, behind the chairs.
Go behind the chairs. So
I'm gonna wait until
there we go.
Black Friday.
So this says only one left.
On the 10. Oh man. Well,
Yeah.
you can get one. I mean, how many
They were on sale. They were on sale for $149. So it was only $20 difference, but see if they show the 18s on there. I didn't see them on there at all. Then they have the low profile. So yeah, no, I mean, look, I would hire. I mean, I don't own them, but I have heard them in several of the Kansas City theaters. When I did my theater tours and stuff, so I would say that I couldn't tell the difference between a JTR and them myself personally. As long as they had the right amount of coverage in the room. You know what I mean?
As long as they're tuned right.
Yep, correct.
Amps and there's so many factors, right? I mean, and like I bet you like JTR, right? Like you could probably hammer those for like days.
Mm-hmm.
Where okay, maybe the Behringer. Because in case people don't know, like Behringer in the pro audio world, that's just above Pile. And if you don't know Pile or PV, we're talking like Behringer and PV are kind of like on the same realm, right? They're kind of like, hey, this is your... I just started my band. I got money for a JBL or a, Macintosh or anything high end. As far as like pro audio. So Behringer is like literally like that's bottom. That's the Klipsch of pro audio. Right, like it's like it gets the job done, but it's not like unless you're buying the highest end Behringer type of deal, it's not it's just in intro level. But at the same time, I had a audio mixer that a broadcaster here bought from me because they were like, hey, I need this whenever we started working from home. They're like, oh, I need this for home just because my audio engineer told me, hey, buy this and then we can work with you to get the job done for you working at home. Yeah. She didn't know, and they knew that, well, this person doesn't need a high-end friggin', mixer. They just need like 4 channels or 8 channels. I forgot which one I had that I sold them, but for a work at home thing, it worked perfectly fine, for them. But anyways, that's... they're not bad. They're absolutely amazing, right? But that again, just listening regular, showing off once in a while, whatever. Nah, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between that and something that's like 10 times the cost. But some of those higher end stuff, they're using components and stuff that's you're going to be able to beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, and like I was asking Chuck because I know he purchased those. He's got the 4 JTRs, right? And I was asking him, I said, Chuck, how do you think the bass is? And he was, like you said, he said he got plenty of bass. And honestly, I don't even have those subs turned up. They're not even halfway on the dial. They're probably a quarter of the way turned up. For my rails and for the 215s, the monoliths that I have
Dual-
as
you had
yeah,
dual two.
yeah, right. So I got 8 15s in there. So because I got the rails stacked, individually. So I got four in the back of those, and then the dual. I got 2 of the dual 15s up front behind the thing. So behind the screen. So I was, that's why I was asking Chuck, is there enough bases? Oh, come. I don't know. What's that?
I said, yeah, that place has plenty bass.
So yeah, we were
Think you
definitely
were back in Kansas City for a minute, or what?
Yeah.
What is wrong with these people? Do they not like dialogue or what?
So yeah, I mean, and my thoughts were that if I were ever to upgrade, I would maybe do 8 of these Ultimax, or I do 4 of the JTR Captivator 2s.
Yeah.
To where there's
Bulls, yeah.
the where they're the dual stack, because I do like that look, more than anything. But I don't like that price though, because I looked at the price. It's like 20 grand, to do.
I looked at
Yeah, they're like $6,000 a piece, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I looked at my front wall and the way my subs are sitting there. I said, you know what? I could have used those 2, like they were stacked tall.
right.
They would fit in those corners, in both corners.
Yep.
I ain't gonna do it, but after
Oh,
looking at it,
man.
I was
You
like,
should totally
that's
put a
good.
couple.
Dude,
You
I'm
should
telling you, I've been scouring the marketplace, and
Mhm.
also I've been scouring the marketplace, and I've also been looking at the Audio Gone and stuff like that. I've been looking for a couple more of the Rels so that I can stack them 3 high in the back,
Oh,
because
okay.
you can do a 3 stack with them.
You want a menage a trois in each corner. Okay. I got you. I'm feeling you.
I want to get all my stuff dialed in first, and then I'm not buying no more subs. What am I talking to?
Dude, you need to make it all match. You need to put one in each corner, but the one by your door, you would have to put in the corner up next to the ceiling. You can.
No, I have 2 in the back.
You want that waveforming, right? So.
Yeah. You want
No, I have 2 of those in the back as well.
Okay. You need to get a couple in the front, some big old dual captivators in the front, and have a captivator in each corner, man.
Nah, I would like y'all was saying earlier. I would go with like a Control 4 and a audio. What you call that? A video processor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I buy any other sub.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, dude, I got enough bass now to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your 3 high stack.
Yeah,
right
there's
there,
my
right?
3 high stack right here. So,
Wow. That's huge. Jesus.
Yeah.
Irony, man. Got volume for days on that.
I'm only gaining 3 dB.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
that's
like I'm blanking his name. Something of bass.
Ace of bass.
You know, the guy with the 150 dB.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott.
Scott.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
brings us together.
You're gonna be like Scott Newby, have them subs everywhere.
Oh,
No, I would do one more on top of each, but I've been looking on the just to see if I can get a good deal on them. I won't buy them just because, like you said, I didn't feel that I needed any more bass. You know what I mean? Because I got them
sometimes
turned
you do
up, but
things for looks,
maybe above
man.
maybe above a quarter on the volume knob. You know what I mean? So I don't think I have them turned up enough. Uh-oh, we got royalty in the house. Look at this. We got royalty in the house. What's up, Giles?
What's up, Giles? Derek told me call up Michael and
royalty.
Giles, you going to Audio Advice Live, sir? So yeah, we're I think Ike and I are gonna skip it this year. But yeah, man. So I've been scouring to see if I can find a deal on a used couple used
See if you
ones.
can steal one.
Yeah, one or two.
AKA youth man, deal it.
Exactly.
Let me buy it.
Rel, if you're
don't know the
listening, I'd love,
value
if you're listening, Rel, I'd love to represent 2 more of those subs for you if you want to
Oh
send them out.
yeah.
You know,
Don has nothing but good things to say about Rel.
I like my Rel subs.
Just don't expect the photos to have unfinished drywall in the
Well,
background.
the drywall is finished. Just you now we're waiting to get onto the fabric wall to get that finished.
Yeah, but you get a new subwoofer, you're gonna feel like, oh, I need to upgrade my
Did you buy your channel
whole
yet?
wall.
I didn't buy any of that stuff yet. No, I gotta. My wife is taking me to Disney this weekend. I gotta make sure because that she has no problem going over the budget when going there.
You have a budget and it's under the Disney budget.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Hey,
so-
that's a pretty big budget though. Disney be a big budget. Just saying. Like that's a lot.
That's what you call emergency funds.
That's the magic mountain, right?
Well, look, I got one person that is that thinks I'm making progress. So thank you. I appreciate it, Rob.
Oh, he must be a new.
That was probably a tongue-in-cheek
He
comment.
must be
I'll
a
give you your
new
$20
subscriber.
later.
He's been on for like 7 months.
What did you
Oh,
do?
man, he's
Pay
making a
for
lot of
that
progress.
comment?
Yeah, man.
How much did he pay
I
you, Rob?
I logged into my other account. And
How much
typed
did
that
he pay you, Rob? $12?
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Like, man, he's getting it done fast. And-
Well, so like,
Don told him he got
let's just talk
rails
about
when
this real
when he
quick.
upgrades.
So I was telling Chuck this the other day because Chuck came over and like I said, we were just discussing theater stuff. And we were talking about moving, last week we were talking about moving the theater screen down, right? And I had the tape going across and Giles is in and out. Look at this. Take care, guys. See you later, Giles. So look, I put the tape across to kind of indicate where I would think about moving my screen down. Well, I was telling Chuck that look, if I would have just went and built everything, right? If I would have I would have had to reconstruct the piece above the screen and the piece below the screen, rewrap it, redo everything all over again. So I've been kind of using this as like a test of what I want to do. And actually I had my HVAC guy come out and just do regular maintenance on my HVAC and talk to him about, hey, let's think about putting a mini split in. And he was telling me, he went to my panel and said, hey, you're probably going to have to put a sub panel in. You're probably going to have to have electric run around. I'm going to have to pull permits to do that. Then I'm going to have to get my HOA to approve everything, right? So I asked him, I said, so what can I do? Because my room's a little bit warmer than I want it to be. And we talked about maybe just upgrading the actual unit outside. Rather than going through all that extra stuff, if I would have just did all that stuff. So just trying to feel everything out, making sure that I like where everything is. And I'm probably going to do that with the, with the sound treatments too. I'm going to move stuff around and play with it and see if, does it sound good here? If I move the diffusion from top to the middle, what does that sound like? Right. So by just messing around and being able to experiment with this. And then that way, when I'm done. Right. I'm not going to be
Never done though.
flipping things around. The only thing I think that I may change would be equipment. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be
I don't know, man.
as far as the layout of the room and everything. I have no
Yeah.
desire to reconstruct that whole thing. None.
Well, you get a good base layer, and you can. Well, it depends. It depends on the thing. In your scenario, since yours is going to be a demo room, as part of the business type of deal, I think you're going to be changing it a lot more than you think. But you just need to get that
Yeah.
base down, because the next best thing,
That's true.
you're gonna have the Anderson, glow diffusers before long in there, and you're gonna be like, dude, look at these things, they're fucking amazing.
Do you think
You're gonna
for
be
a
like,
mini
yeah,
split-
okay, they're not as diffusing as the $100,000 diffusers, but they look way cooler.
Do you think for a mini split you just can't ask your AC guy how much without the permit and just put it in?
I can tell you that
well.
my HOA is so I somebody had just made mention here. Sounds like my HOA is reasonable, but my HOA they're sticklers. We are people that have to paint every 5 years, no matter what.
Oh wow!
So
Wow.
they will
That's
go
pretty
around
neat.
and
Because 10 years is the your
Yeah.
standard for just.
and if
Yeah.
the tile roof looks dirty, they're sending you a notice. They're cracking down on parking. And actually Florida, it was funny because Florida just overruled a lot of this HOA stuff to not allow them to control traffic and all kind of stuff like that. So
My HOA is slack. I mean, they don't
yeah,
do nothing.
no, mine's pretty. Mine can be a pain in the butt sometimes.
Yeah.
So, they don't really mess with me a whole lot. So, but yeah,
Well,
I mean, they don't let you park on the street.
If your AC guy is pretty good and trustworthy, right? Because a lot of the times here's where you got to find upgrading and doing a new install, right? Just putting in a new unit doesn't mean shit. It's like, oh, more power.
Well, if you up the tonnage, it does.
That
Yeah, but for that
mean
room, I
shit
don't know.
without doing more returns and more, because
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, because a lot of people think, the bigger is better, right? But there's a lot of homes where the units are actually too large,
Too big, right?
Yeah,
and we talked about that too, because what happens is it cools the room down too fast.
yeah,
right?
Yep, and then it shuts
and-
off. It cycles. Right. Yeah, it does all
It
kinds.
cools the room down too fast, and it doesn't give enough time for it to suck the humidity out.
Yep.
So we
So then
talked,
you start
we
getting
talked
with
about all
walls. Yeah, and my point was, if they're really good at what they're doing, it's easier, or
Mhm.
not easier, but better if you can just integrate a room, right, with a, hey, make sure you have enough return and vents in that room, but you would still have to add those. The key to your situation, though, that you have to remember is it's a garage. You want to have the ability to turn it back into a garage.
Right.
Can't have return vents in a garage.
Correct. Well, I already have one return
Like, hey,
vent. So.
put
I
the
do have one return vent
carbon
in the corner,
monoxide or whatever in directly into your bedroom.
and one thing that he pointed out is right now I don't even have the cover like to disperse the air properly.
Okay. So
it just comes straight
he was
down.
saying, hey,
Yeah.
we would have to run a bunch of vents here,
Mhm.
but that would fit in the HOA, and we would just upgrade your unit. And that there is some things, because a lot of the times that's probably the easier, and it looks better, because nothing changes on the outside except for a bigger unit.
Yeah.
But
So I the bottom is a 3, and so I increased last year. I replaced the upstairs. I went from a 3 ton to a 3.5 ton. So it didn't have to work as hard. I didn't go too crazy with it.
Yeah, you didn't go like, oh, I need a
right,
5 ton.
right. Yeah, no.
Like,
so
what?
and I will tell you, it does work a lot better. It does seem to, because the builders put in the minimum, right? They're going to put in the minimum that they have to do.
Well, they'll put in the minimum, or they'll put in whatever they contracted with, and they're subbing with contracts to there's a whole bunch of that's a whole nother. It's like, yeah, they might not even put in the minimum, and that's where your two larger units come from, right?
Right.
There'll be contractors like, hey, we're contracted with this high-end brand because I want all of these millions of row homes to, so they'll pay the first 6 months or a year of maintenance. We're going to check it if there's any problem. But after that, it's like, hey, these are all now my potential customers because guess what? It's my name on the friggin' logo.
Right.
They call first. My name. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, so by me
Not that it's
being
bad,
able,
but anyways, yeah.
by me being able to, mess around with the theater for this past couple months, I'm now I can start messing around with acoustic treatment. Where do I want to get a mini split? Do I want to add?
Mhm.
Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Because and I wish there was a way, because I got my windows right, and I wish there was a way that I could get a shade company to take the fabric that I got and just make me a shade to where it's an automatic shade that goes up and down, and then I have just like a door on the back, kind of like, not like a door, but a framed area that can open and close on the back, and then that way I put like absorption and stuff in there, and when my wife comes in there, if she clicks the shade button, it goes up and just opens up that the absorption, stuff like that. So I don't know, I may look into something like that too, but yeah, I'm just playing around with ideas and trying to figure out
absorption in the window.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If it's something that's just like while you're in, it would be super cool and super easy to do, like doors that lift up that have the absorption in the panel and that would lift up, and make those more diffusers, and on the back make it have like lighting, ambiance lighting. So, and then whenever you're done, and then just have like rubber seals around those things that lift up. And you just,
yeah, and I have 9 inches of space between the wall and so there's a lot of things that could be done, just whether or not I want to deconstruct, right, and start all over.
well, you don't need to deconstruct on that. You can add on. I mean, unless
Yeah.
you're finished with your fabric.
Well, I would think that it would drop
raising
down.
up.
I would think that it would drop down into the wall cavity and go up.
Oh yeah, you want it to be like hidden.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, and that's just a roller. You could dude, contact a friggin' garage door company and say, hey, this is what I want.
Yeah.
I want this to roll down and be like a rubber backed, because it doesn't necessarily need to be like, or just like a rubber, instead of
yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. I mean,
there's so many things you could do.
Right? Yeah.
But anyway, so
Benny says he wants what, the Della 12,000 BTU mini split. Yeah, the one I was looking at has a cassetta, like the cassetta on the top. It was an LG.
It goes in.
Yeah, it goes into the ceiling. And obviously you want it to be like whisper quiet, right? It's in your theater. You don't want it to be like super loud.
You don't want it making wind noise, even though that's what's required to cool.
So Derek says, if you need somebody to house at your theater, he'll be happy to help you out. So
wait until he
Yeah, Benny, so the problem with me, because he said he did his without a permit, so the problem with mine is my panel is on the other side of the house for my electric, so I have to run electric literally, and Florida, right? I have a stucco block house. I'm in South Florida. Up there in Orlando, they still make stuff with wood, but houses with wood. But down here, it's stucco and block. So literally, I have to run conduit around the outside of my house just to be able to bring it back in on the other side, because all the roofs don't connect. So I have a big roof, I have a small roof, and they don't all connect very easily at all. So my outside spotlights actually have conduit on the going across the lanai area, because that's the only way they can get the electrical over there. So, and then
And you got to keep in mind, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
right,
That as long as the HOA doesn't, as long as it doesn't get attention to the HOA, it's whenever you go to sell your house that you're gonna have a problem. If you
Well, a
add
lot
an
of
extra
times-
bedroom and and all this other stuff,
Stuff like that. But a lot of times, having a mini split or whatever, nobody says anything about stuff like that.
yeah, and
know?
that they probably wouldn't in that
Yeah.
scenario.
Add an extra room, yeah. The square footage is different than what's on.
Yeah, it's like, wait, this is 1,600, but it says only 1,200. What?
yeah, that's a little
is-
different.
How dangerous is this room?
But when
Right.
you remodeling and you know,
When you're adding a
Demoing
mini
the-
split, that's
yeah,
something people can
even if you're like
see.
demoing your bathroom and,
and
redoing it.
that's part of the thing that I
That's
said.
repair.
know-
That falls under repair. Yep.
That's part of the reason I didn't just want a black hole theater, right?
Yeah.
So Steven says, Don, I think he's saying, Don, you built a theater for you and the kitchen for your wife. So I'll be honest with you, Steven, my wife sits in the theater more than I do, so she goes in there and just sits and reads a book.
You know what? I bet you if you set a hammer down next to her book, it'd probably be finished. It would have finished way sooner.
and she enjoys movies just as much as I
When
do.
she starts grabbing the ladder, then
Yeah, Don will still be on the ladder. She'd be like, "All right, next, go." Whoa!
So Benny says
Wait a
this guy
minute.
buried the conduit. Yeah. So I have a brick paver patio on the back that leads to my pool. So I'd have to pull out pavers and all kind of stuff, man. So it look, I'm gonna try to. I think I'm gonna try the upgrade because the unit that I have is
just get a new house.
He just got
Uh,
so he's got more excuses.
no the unit that I have is what 2015, so it's coming to its age, right? So it's 10 years old.
2015?
Yeah, the AC units they don't last very long in South Florida, brother.
Yeah.
That's
when
8
when
to 10 years.
yeah, and same thing with car batteries. Those things get eaten up from the
That's
heat
probably
like
true. That's
nothing.
probably true. Yeah.
But yeah. So
Yeah, Derek, I did get my amp fixed. Actually, I had to send both of them out, and the other one just came in today. I didn't even take it out the box yet.
Let Chuck do your woodworking. Don't let him do your wiring.
Look, I'm doing my own wiring right there. Look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God.
Look at that.
So did you
You
take
only
that
have to
apart
get
and
your
see,
amps
Chuck, if
repaired
there was some
twice.
kind of short or something?
Yeah, I opened up the two columns, and the one over there, the wire I could tell it was pinched at the bottom.
Okay.
So I can
Oh.
actually see where I tugged on it a little bit, and I could see where it's like it's pinched.
I see.
I'm
So
thinking
maybe don't let him do your
tape that
woodworking.
sucker together.
Or let me rewind
No,
that.
actually, because I have the on walls now, that part is going to get cut off. I don't need it that long. Because before they came all the way down to the floor, up and into the stand of the speaker, which is on a stand mount.
We're gonna close
Now
this
they only
shit
got to
out.
come halfway down the wall.
Okay.
So I can
Yeah, no offense, Steve. I know you were
Oh
joking
yeah,
around.
no. It's all in good fun, man. It's all in good fun.
So I'm
You
hoping
should
that's
hear
all
the
it is.
shit that Don gives me after the show. It'd make a regular man cry.
Oh man. Well, listen up, guys. I got to get packing. It's 11:13. I got to pull out of here at like 7:00 in the morning. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it an early night tonight. Chuck, thank you for joining us again. Thanks for the great feedback on my theater. I was glad that you were able to make it over and make it my first demo. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
At least he's going to drive tomorrow morning in a peaceful state of mind. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that came out real nice.
yeah, no, I'm proud of it. I put everything into it, so It may have been one screw a week, but it got there.
Getting there. It's getting there.
So yeah. So
He
But,
he put everything into it, but it was just one screw a week.
so if you guys would like to be a guest on the show, please send us an email at hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. I know a couple of you guys talked about possibly coming on last week, so send us an email. I don't know if we have anybody booked next week yet or not, but I know we do have a couple of people in the hopper that we may reach out to try to get them to join. But by all means, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please make sure you email us and then do all that great stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you head over to Paul's channel, Brews and Views, and then Easy
Yeah.
HD.
I'll have to make videos one of these days.
And I'm still on my my journey to 1,000 subscribers. So so you
I make
you're
videos
not the
like
only
Don
one.
builds
So.
theaters. Half a frame a week.
I want to thank all of you guys in the comments. A lot of comments this week, and then there was some conversations outside of what we were even talking about. So appreciate all of you guys joining us, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Later, guys.
Later.
Thank you.
We need to record an outro, man.